What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling incredible today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our rule to hit the good old moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in which she's going void, of course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. So, Cancer, the moon is going void of course today. She's going to go pretty, a little early today. She's going to be going void of course at about 5:11 in the morning, and that's going to be Central Time. And then she'll be moving from Leo into Virgo on Friday the 26th at about 10:04 in the evening. So we're looking at a pretty lengthy one here, Cancer. Got about a 40-hour, 54-minute void of course time there. And with the void of course, this is a great energy for just like recharging your batteries, doing some introspective work, maybe getting in some meditation, and however that looks like for you. And also, Cancer, this can be an energy to pay attention to, is that maybe some of your plans might be subject to unexpected changes during this time. And then that people may be also less likely to make decisions during this little cycle here. So just pay attention to that, Cancer. But the moon is in Leo. And with the moon is in Leo, this is a great energy, Cancer, for self-expression, creativity. Maybe if we've been thinking about whatever this lunar cycle is and we've been maybe kind of stuck, taking apart and to just like get those creative juices, Cancer, because that's Leo. I mean, it's just artistic as all get out. And then another thing, Cancer, they are, when you think about creativity, one of the greatest creations, thinking about children, Leo can deal with that childlike energy. So one thing, if we're thinking about babies, this might be a great time for you. Couple that with Mars and Leo, absolutely. But if we're not, a lot of Leo energy going around here, so let's be mindful. But this is a great energy too, if we do have little ones, maybe we work in child care, maybe we've been meaning to hit up the niece and, go see our niece and nephews and things along those lines. Absolutely. Go have some fun, take them to the playground or go maybe play, what are we playing with now, Cancer? NASCAR Gundams, where are we at? I was like, I had Bionicles and things going up. So it's like, wherever we're at on this journey here, have some fun, Cancer. And then the moon is in a waxing crescent phase, and this is about setting your intentions, getting more self-assured, more self-confident in what it is that we set out for this new lunar cycle. And Leo is very confident energy as well. So what better way to just like make sure to reinforce, that we're feeling good about what we want to work on this cycle. And if not, Cancer, if you're feeling a little weird, because when I was thinking about the cycle, there was one that I wanted to do, but it's just like, I'm not quite in the headspace for that one yet. So we move on to a different one, and that's fine. It's not to say that it's you work with the energy. So this is about really building yourself up, trusting your intuition, and just going within, Cancer. And then last couple of things. These readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested there, Cancer. Oh, speaking of Leo energy, I love when you sync up with the energies. Our card of the day, Cancer, is the 7th card of Leo, the Declaration card. And with this card, this is a card of defiance, reclaiming power, sovereignty, contract, resolve, expressing truth, manifesto, self-rule, liberty or death, rules the game, protesting and challenging the status quo. Go get it, Cancer. You know what? with honestly, with where things are going, and this is going to be more so kind of long-term, Cancer, but we are in a really kind of like redefining time. We're entering a new era. Pluto's going to be entering Aquarius next year. And it's just going to be a lot of these next couple of years I feel like are going to be some real big changes, because we got some big outer planets that are making some moves here. But this is a great energy for, we really are, I feel like up until, honestly, through the end of the year, we are really in a really kind of self-reflective type of time to find our inner truth, and express that. Leo energy, allow that self-expression, that creativity to just come out, Cancer, reclaiming your power if you've been feeling stifled or anything along those lines. Self-rule to the max. I like that, because the rules are changing, and that, and listen, Cancer, I'm not saying you're getting in like trouble or anything, but how things are operating are totally going to be different. We are in a time of we the people coming together as a soul tribe, co-creation, and doing things to collaboration, challenging the status quo. And if there's some things, Cancer, that you've been that you want to see change, and it doesn't matter how, it doesn't, if this is on a Cancer, the Leo is great leadership energy, so if you want to go as big as the globe, let's hear what you got to say. But this can even be as small, maybe even in like your family, inside the household, maybe even like in your community. Maybe we want to change some things, or whatever that's looking like. But this can be, what do you declare, Cancer? What do you want to manifest? Where do you see the rules of the game going? You know what I mean? I like that. Let's get some tarot, see how we can work with this energy. Cancer, let's see what we have here. Absolutely. Who better than to declare this stuff? You got the Queen of Wands up right here, and then you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And I like this, Cancer, because with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, if you've been feeling, this is Mercury in Taurus, and Mercury just started going direct, or just went direct not too long ago. And this is asking you, Cancer, if there are any areas in our lives that we feel that aren't secure, that we want to change. If we've just been feeling like, like it's just been kind of the same old stuff, just been kind of stuck in the same problems and things. Let's Queen of Wands. Let's get creative. Let's change the narrative, because she rules the first two decans of Aries and the last of Pisces. And you talk about creativity to the max. When she's going to express her truth and follow her her dreams and things, she goes about it unapologetically. She's going at it with passion, with gusto, and she's going to, because there are going to be challenges with this, Cancer, even when we're going towards our dreams and, going towards maybe getting ourselves in a state of security, thinking about how we're going to level the playing field and kind of rearrange some things. But yeah, this is great energy. She's Queen of Wands. This is, we are in an era where, because the Queen of Wands is inspirational too, because she's bringing in, with that Aries energy, she's bringing in the spring. And springtime is usually, when we're getting out of that hibernation, it's just like life is blooming, there's new opportunities presenting itself, the world is just full of wonder and opportunity. So, if we've been just feeling maybe kind of down in the dumps and been feeling like things have been just not been going our way, let's change that. Let's go about, I think I'm going to get a little bit more on this Five of Pentacles here, Cancer. I feel like there's something else in this, Cancer. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, Cancer. Interesting. Okay, so the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups upright. And yeah, Cancer, if there's something that has been, if we've been in an age or been in like a cycle where we've been feeling stuck, or that has been like kind of maybe this could be in like our jobs, maybe we've been living like paycheck to paycheck, or maybe we're not sure as far as like a place, or I feel like that this energy is something about bringing people together, or maybe something like just like, and this may not even be you, Cancer, but it's just like if that's been seeming like the theme, maybe even like the people around you that has just been feeling like, that with all this change that's going down and stuff, like how do we get out of this stuff, I really feel like you can be an inspiration, Cancer. And again, it doesn't have to be on like a super grand scale. This could even be just like one person, because if you inspire that one, then they're going to inspire others, and then going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And look at that. You just raised the vibration through the roof. So and I hope that this is making sense, Cancer, but it just, there's something here, Cancer. I just feel like if we want change, and how, whether this be on a societal level or even this is just more so on like an individual level, it's learning what areas that we need to with this Knight of Swords here, doing that research and then putting in that work, because he rules the first two decans of Aquarius and the last of Capricorns. And thinking about that too, that all that Aquarius energy, don't think that you have to do this by yourself, Cancer. Whatever this is, like if this is even like let's say we're trying to get into like a health routine, this could be where maybe you can even make this a little broader and be like, maybe start up like a community thing, or again, maybe get some friends, maybe some family members in this stuff, get some others involved here. Just if we've been feeling, maybe a little disappointed with where life has been so far, been in any kind of conflicts, or, security hasn't been feeling right. Two of Swords in reverse, it's saying like, you have this choice. We can change the narrative and bring balance and harmony back in our lives whenever we're ready, Cancer. And it might take a little bit. It might be a little work. We might have to get a little creative here. But that's just where the energies are at, and it's gonna be fantastic, Cancer. Alrighty. Let's get into some challenges. All right, Cancer. Let's see what we got here. There we go. All right, so you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups up in reverse, but we got the King of Pentacles and the Hermit up right here, and I like that. In some challenges, Cancer, just thinking this here, when we're thinking about this stability here, if things haven't been feeling, been feeling this lack of security or whatever that is, King of Pentacles, when we're working on that stability, it's going to take some work. He rules the first two decans of Virgo, which the Hermit is Virgo's card. You got a lot of Virgo energy here, so you got. But he rules the first two decans of Virgo and the last of Leos. And so when he's noticing that when it comes to his stability, and if this. If there are areas in his life where he hasn't been stable, then we have to pay attention to those signs, Cancer. Really listen to our intuition, because the Four of Cups, this is the moon in Cancer, and that's very intuitive. So if you've been feeling like things where we're just like, if there's just something that you're tired of, like it's been like the same story, sick and tired of being sick and tired, you know what I mean? Then what work do we need to put in for that? Eight of Pentacles. This is the Sun in Virgo. So, and when you think about Virgos, when we get our Virgo energy, when we're working on this stuff, getting into this place of stability, Four of Pentacles, and security, is going to take work, and it's going to take getting into a routine, like these practices and whatever that we're doing is going to take a few cycles to get this thing into motion here. And I feel like that really, like I was saying, how this is a time of introspection. This is asking yourself those deep questions, am I satisfied with where life is at? Is this what I wanted to do? Is this where I saw myself connecting? And then, is this where I want the people around me to be, too? because Cancer, how the people around you are feeling is going to affect your dream as well. And if they're feeling in this place of disappointment and things, it's just like, not that it's like it's your job or anything along those lines, Cancer, but it's just like, what can we do maybe to help our soul tribe get lifted up as well? You know what I mean? How can we, because the King of Pentacles, he's not just looking for stability for himself, where yes, what he's doing is going to benefit him, but he's very generous. Because Virgo and Leo, they can affect the energies, the collective at large. They really, King of Pentacles is about being a service. And I feel that when we work on this stuff, and however this looks like, it really is going to usher in really just like a new level of abundance. But I feel like it's one, listening to those instincts if they're telling you that there's been a need for a change, because the Four of Cups can be where yes, this is a very intuitive placement for Cancer, or for the moon, the moon being in Cancer. Sometimes with that energy, because Cancer can be in the moon, can be associated with the past and might get rooted in that, if there's a potential to stay stuck. And if we've been wishing for things to change, but if we've not been ignoring the signs in us, like the signals in us, like, hey, okay, if you want to change this thing, we got to take these feelings and be receptive to like our higher selves and listen to those just those like body signals, then it affects our stability, and affects our energies and everything, Cancer. So our manifestation, it gets into a weird place. So just when we're thinking about this stuff, we're granted, however big or small, it's going to be worth it in the long run, Cancer. If we can just even inspire one person, or but whew, all right, okay. Yeah, hopefully you got the nugget out of there, Cancer. It's like, ooh, we got a whole bunch to unpack here. But I really feel like it's gonna absolutely definitely make you a King of Pentacles. But let's get some advice from the Sun. All right, Cancer, let's see what we got here. So we got the Nine of Wands, so you got the Page of Cups upright, and then we have the Three of Cups, and then the Nine of Wands in reverse here. All right, Cancer, and then we're gonna switch back over, because Cancer, with the Three of Cups, this is a card of like celebration, and a card of, really, I feel like this is really a card of, because if we've been in a place where we haven't been feeling like that, there hasn't been any need to celebrate or to feel happy about where life is at or anything along those lines, then when you think about this, is the Three of Cups is Mercury in Cancer, and another very intuitive placement. And it's like that one, it's like you're syncing your head and your heart together, and that's where we want to be, Cancer. When we can sync our head and our heart, really listen to our intuition. It's going to, hold on before I talk about that. It's going to get us into this place where we'll feel inspired and feel more creative, and then we'll be more receptive to the times with this Page of Cups here. But it's tuning into that intuition, I feel like, with this, and really listening to that internal guidance system. And listen, Cancer, with the Knight of Wands being in reverse, there's going to be some work, not even might be, even when it's going towards our dreams, it's going to be some work, and it might, we're going to come across some challenges and things, but it's going to make you stronger in the long run, but then it's going to give us reason to celebrate, really to feel accomplished, and to feel like just to feel like we've been really working towards like the highest vibration of us, or like working towards our highest vibration. And I also feel like with this too, Cancer, that maybe if we've been maybe struggling with how to express this change or what that looks like, the Three of Cups could also be about communicating with others, you know, as far as like maybe talking with someone, just discussing these feelings with them, maybe like a family member, a friend, someone we're just maybe close with that can help us, you know, get some ideas cooking, maybe provide a different perspective, maybe open our minds up to just different options here. And and kind of one other thing that's kind of popping in my head, Cancer, just when we're thinking about this stuff, be mindful of escapism, because you know that the Three of Cups can be a card of, where's a card of celebration. It can be one, I feel like when it's in reverse, it can be more so of like we're distracting ourselves, you know, where we're trying not to think about our feelings, you know, or we might be trying to ignore it because things aren't feeling so great. We might be trying to put that on the back burner. So, because like, and listen, Cancer, that where where life can be hard sometimes, you know, where some of these challenges and obstacles can feel like they're trying to keep us down. You know how I feel about that. All they're trying to do is raise you up, and all these adversities, these feelings that we're going through is just going to make you a stronger King of Pentacles. It's going to get you creative, Queen of Wands, and get you manifesting your celebration, your this declaration here. So I think I'm gonna leave that there, Cancer. I dig that. So, but yeah, if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up, Cancer, and share this, because this is, you know, because sometimes I feel that when we think about that like declaration and thing, you know, like changing up the stuff, it's like where it really is just like more so whether this is on an individual, however that impact, because even if we're focusing here, Cancer, someone's observing that, you know, they even if this is not someone you know, someone's just like, man, what do I do? Like, look at how confident they are. You know, they're really living their truth and expressing themselves. And that's inspirational, Cancer. And that's really another thing that we can use more energy of that, you know, just of people inspiring others. And you know what, Cancer? Actually, well, that's a great, I'm actually glad that, for example, I just had someone inspired me not too long ago, and it was like one that it was just a little small thing, but it was just like it made such an impact that it completely changed up how I want to go, like just added a little extra thing to like the channels and stuff. So I'm just like, you never know how people can affect your lives, Cancer, and what brilliance that could be. So where were we at? Oh yeah, we're telling those people to subscribe, all these people. But other things. I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I created a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group to drop like, or to just add like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, talk about how you're, what community work that you might be doing, or how you're expressing yourself, or, you know, realizing your truth. And, you know, as that group grows, definitely want to do, you can schedule meditation things. Maybe we'll do like creativity with the Queen of Wands, or, you know, tapping into that creative side, or maybe some with the King of Pentacles, getting stable with the King of Pentacles, something like that, Cancer. But all that information in there is in the description box. And also in that description box, speaking of that inspiration, I have a list of people that I like watching, you know, other channels if you want to kind of branch out and see who I go to, you know, do when I'm not in the tarot, who do I watch maybe the tarot. So just a little something extra there for you, Cancer, in the description box. And then lastly, check your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. Just check your chart, Cancer. You know I love you. The more you can, because what better way to learn how to express yourself than learning your chart, Cancer? I tell you what, because I was, when I first really kind of dabbled into astrology and really started to learn a lot about myself, I mean, the fact that, like 5 things, speaking of, talk about Leo energy all day, like 5 things to learn in my chart, Cancer. So, I mean, it's amazing what you can learn about yourself. And like, what does that mean? It's like, why did I choose that energy, you know? Get that clock, get that brain, get those creative juices flowing there, Cancer. And I got some apps down in the description box that I like using as well for that. But what are we doing? Oh, you're coming over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do videos weekly there. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you out of here so you can get out there and living your truth there. I love it. I love it, Cancer. Oh, my bad, homie. You got the 7 of Pentacles here. And while I'm shuffling for your Oracle card. The 7 of Pentacles, it's asking ourselves, again, if what we've been investing in, you know, and like, and this can be, you know, finances, whatever, just however we've invested in life. if we've not liked where things have gone so far, it's just like, how do we, where do you want to redirect that energy? What does that look like? How do we pivot? Because just because a thing might not have gone as we planned, it doesn't have to necessarily change the, we just got to switch it up a little bit, be adaptable during this time, Cancer. But it really is, Seven of Pentacles asks us, what areas in our lives are we not feeling secure in? And then how can we fix that? Interesting. And then for your oracle card, you got I tell you, I need like a plant dictionary on the side with this thing. This is Damiana. I'm getting there, Cancer. But this is the 11th card here. It's you got the Beloved card in reverse. Let me just stop us. I'm sure the suspense is killing you. But this card is ruled by Venus and Pluto. And I like that, Cancer. What I'm getting from this card is, I feel like in order to get the change that you want, Pluto, we got to do what we love, Cancer. You got to ask yourself, what would make you feel abundant? What would make you, what passions, what are you passionate about? What relationships do we need to form? Do we need to talk to some people? Do we need to hit up a Queen of Wands, a King of Pentacles? What does that look like? Maybe a Knight of Swords. But I feel that we're kind of in a place right now, Cancer, where it does feel that collaboration and things, where I feel like it's like we're getting closer to that. It's still kind of integrating itself right now, because Venus, amongst finances and things, can deal with relationships because she rules Libra as well as Taurus. But I feel like we are getting to a place right now where we're going to need to work together more, Cancer, and these big dreams, we really do. We have an impact. It impacts us all, Cancer. I mean, we all breathe the same air. So it's like we are in a place where relationships are changing. How people are working together it's different. So you could be a leader, Cancer. Queen of Wands, Aries energy. You could be King of Pentacles, leader. And bring about that change, and bring about this happiness, and bring about this abundance, and bring things to harmony here. So I'm with that, Cancer. I'm going to leave that there. So you stay safe out there, Cancer, thinking about your dreams and your declarations and things. And really, Cancer, keep eyes on the moon, raise your vibrations, check in with your emotions, see how we're feeling, and then let's, if we don't like what we're doing, let's create something new here, Cancer, because you know how creative you are. And I will catch you on the next one tomorrow.